Hello from me and the doggies, who are very, very interested in something. Come on. This is the only problem with not being in the field anymore. I've got two dogs on one hand and a phone in the other. So this is the update coming to you at the start of October. You see, if I don't call it the October update or the late September update, it'll never be late again. And I would have done it a couple of days ago, but you would have heard nothing but wind and probably not seen much other than flying leaves coming past, as we had some really heavy storms. Well, sorry, not storms, wind coming through. Some people got storms. We were quite lucky, and we had our usual power cut, but because they fixed something a while ago, it only went off for 10 seconds instead of the usual 4 hours. So we were very grateful for that. So October, where are we? Well, Wanderer Book 11 is with my beta readers right now. Hoping to start getting feedback soon, and also those who back me on Patreon have had access to that version as well. So completely up to them whether they read the slightly rough beta version, where there'll probably be a few things to catch still, or the final published version, which there will definitely still be a few things to catch, because there always is. Sometimes it's things I've put in fixing the last issue, but hopefully a lot less. And everyone who backs me on Patreon for, I think it's $5 a month, gets every book that I publish free, so they'll get the final version of it as well. It's just that they get to get the beta version early if they want. The dogs are trying to go in different directions on the same wrist. That doesn't work. So I'm really excited to get that out when it's ready to go. Patreon backers will get the final version, and then 2 weeks later it will be available to buy directly, and then 2 weeks after that it will be in the stores. I'm really excited by this one. I really enjoyed writing it, and I am working on Wanderer 12 now. I have some of the outline. I know how it's going to end, and where Wanderer books 1 to 6 were the first arc of narrative, it happens to have worked out that books 7 to 12 will be the next arc. So there's some stuff coming which I can't wait to write, I have to say, but I do need to work out the rest of the story. So that's going on. And there's currently one person who backs me at the higher Patreon level, and they will get a specific call out at the start of Wanderer Book 11, and anyone else who backs at that level will do as well. I appreciate everyone who backs me on Patreon. It makes a huge difference, because it's just knowing that steady flow of money's coming in is great, and just knowing people are that excited by my stories helps to lift me on the days when it's like, oh, not sure I can sit down and write right now. And I've got quite a few short stories as well, which are backed up, which will be coming to everyone who backs me on Patreon soon. On that note, so you may have noticed that sci-fi-shorts.com has gone down. It wasn't ever really making any money. There's a whole bunch of changes I've done. I realised when I actually sat down and looked at the money going in and out that I was paying an awful lot of money for something. Something else you'll notice is, if you're on the newsletter, there will be an advert for someone else in there. That's because I've switched to the free plan. I realised I was paying nearly £50 a month, and it was about to go up. And it's, I don't sell that many books. It's insane. It's just made no sense at all to do that. It was wiping out the profit, and there's a few other things like that as well. And I've changed the web hosting once. I'm going to change it again to something else as well that's cheaper, because again, what I'm paying doesn't make sense for what I'm getting. And other than that, I'm working on Dawnblade Portal, which is something of a standalone novel. It's complete. The first draft was completed quite a while back, so I'm working on the transcription now. That one's going to be it's kind of a technology clashes with magic type of one. It is set in the same world. You may have read, I've published certainly 3 of the Dawnblade stories, but obviously now they're not on Sci-Fi Shorts. Which is basically set in a universe that has fragmented in various ways, and almost a multiverse that's fragmented, but not the multiverse. It gives the wrong idea. So like a set of universes that exist next to each other, but are not really reflections of each other. But when things shattered, they can bleed into each other, which is what's happening within this book. So I'm really enjoying doing that one. And then I have the short story that turned into a novel queued up after that, But those are both done and ready to be transcribed, whereas Wanderer 12 I'm working on so I can start doing dictation again. What else is going on? So, yes, that was what I was going to say. So I'll put the links in the newsletter and I'll try and attach it to this video as well. I know, it's not the easiest of times for a lot of people right now. Being out of work myself at the moment, I had a good interview today, is very aware of that as well. So if buying the books isn't an option right now, what you can do is request them through your library. The link will be to the ISBN numbers. You can just go and ask them to get the ebook in or get the print book in. And even if you buy the book, if you'd be able to go to your local libraries and just say, hey, could you order in, even if it's just Wanderer's Escape, to get people started into the series, and then they might ask for the later books. Anything like that would be a huge help. I'm just trying to get my books out to more people so that they can read them. People who read them seem to really enjoy them. Not everyone. If you write a book that no one hates, then you've written a book no one likes, they say. But it would be a real help there. And I'm trying some other things as well. I've got some other ideas that I'm going to try out to try and get more people in. But really, everyone who's on this mailing list, everyone who's watching these videos, your support is amazing. The fact that you're there, that you don't get too sick of me month to month, and the feedback I get, even if it's just that you buy the books, and I know people are, enjoying the books enough to shell out. I charge, they're going to all be $4.99, £3.99, so a little bit more than a coffee. So hopefully it's not too unaffordable for most people, and hopefully you get a lot of pleasure out of it. And that's it, really. I can't believe it is such a nice day today. I've got one jumper on and I'm too hot in that with the sleeves up. It's just a beautiful day. It's like last gasp of summer, I think, and then it's probably going to get colder again, but I'm going to enjoy it while it's like this. So until next time, happy reading.